Hello, I'm Gerald's avatar, and I'm doing this intro because Gerald will tell you all about the avatar view in the Xamarin Community Toolkit. So, come on, go check it out. So let's just dive right in. Here we are in Visual Studio 2019 for Mac. I didn't run the application just yet because the first thing I need to do, of course, is install the Xamarin Community Toolkit. So let's go here to our solution. This is the top one. Right click, manage NuGet packages, and I'm going to search for Xamarin.CommunityToolkit. Here we go. And find the right one. It's the top one right here. Add package, and let's add it to all of our projects because we don't just need that shared code, but the platform specific NuGets also have the renderers. In this case, I think the avatar view is built off the old Xamarin.Forms component, so it's kind of a compositive control. You don't really have any native renderers, but once you get hooked on the Xamarin Community Toolkit, you probably want to use more, and we have renderers in there. So just make sure to install those libraries on all your projects. Whenever something is not used, then it will be stripped out by the compiler whenever you are creating your app, so you don't get any stuff that you don't need. Okay, while I was talking, this was installed. We can see it here at the top. 3 packages successfully added. Of course, somewhere in between, I accepted the license agreement. You should check that out and accept it as well. So when we did this, I can now actually run the application because all the rest I can do with XAML hot reload. With XAML hot reload, you can make changes in your XAML and it will show up automatically on your emulator, on your simulator, on your physical device. You can just keep running, so that is pretty cool. So what I can do now, for instance, when I change this title right here, I'm going to say AvatarView sample, and whenever I save this, you can see it automatically show up on the right. This works for iOS, Android, it also works on Windows, so that is pretty cool. Now let's remove all these labels right here. And what we're going to do here at the top is I'm going to first add the XML namespace. XCT is what I call it. That name can be anything. And let's add that toolkit URL. This will import all the namespaces for all the controls, all the behaviors, all the effects, so that I can just use them from here. And here I can start typing now XCT, and you can see all the things that are in the toolkit, amongst which the avatar view, which is what we're going to talk about right now. So let's go check it out. And the avatar view is basically like the only round thing. Well, let me just show you actually. So if I put a text in here, and typically what you would do is put your initials. So in my case, it would be GV. But whenever I save this, it's not going to look pretty because it's going to be stretched like for the entire length, right? So let's fix that with a little horizontal options, and let's do it at the start, so it will show up at the very start of the screen. And now we have this little round thing that you will probably see a lot, right? When you're using Microsoft Teams or some other product. This is a very common pattern for whenever someone hasn't configured their avatar yet, and it will just show the initials of that person. So that is pretty cool. Now, the horizontal options is needed in this case for like the stack layout, because the stack layout is going to take the full width. If you're using any other layout, then you might need to use some different options. But for this case, this works. And also let's make it a little bit bigger. So I can say size right here, and let's make that 50. I think that should show up nicely. See, you can make it a little bit bigger like this. You just have to configure the size. You can set it to whatever. And maybe you want to have a little bit of a margin on the side, so let's say 10 and 10, so it's a little bit off the side there. There we go, that looks much better. So this could be the start of a profile page. Maybe you have an app that uses user profiles and you can show it like this. Now you can also do the font size, so let's put that next to the text, so you can do the font size. We can set that to, I don't know, 10. So it's very small. By default, you can see it scales to whatever the size is here. So if I remove that again, you can see it shows up nicely. So normally, unless you have some styling requirements, you don't have to really do this. Maybe this background thing is not entirely your thing. In that case, we can just set the color, and let's do something nice like red, because red is always good. So you can set it to red, you can set it to blue. We also have a border color, so if you want to add a little border around it, you can do that and add a little color to that as well. So that's pretty cool. We also have something with the color themes. I think we got a couple of those built in, and that color theme allows you to define. You can also implement your own, and with those color themes, you have a little theme that has a couple of different colors. So whenever you're using this in a collection view or something like that, because this can each be a item in a collection view if you're showing a list of users for maybe a chat app or something like that, it will have a slightly different colors, but those colors will still match, so it's not entirely random. You can implement your own, or of course you can implement your own just by using the color property. That's something you can do as well. So that's pretty cool. But now what this is really about actually is this: whenever the user has defined an avatar, but it can't be loaded because of an error, or maybe, I don't know, something else. Maybe it can be found, or just the image source property is null. Any of these things, whenever something goes wrong or the image can be found, it will just show this initials. But whenever you do have an image, so if you have the source here, and I'm going to copy a little URL here off screen, which is my avatar. And whenever we save that, you can see whenever it can load the image, it will actually show it here, which is nice and round. So that is pretty cool. One thing I didn't mention is that we also have the corner radius. So if you want to, make a little different thing there, you can definitely do that too. But by default, it's going to be a round thing. But you can see it whenever the URL can be loaded, it actually will do that. And whenever I add a 1 here, so that makes it an invalid URL, you can see that it doesn't load because this URL doesn't exist. And now it falls back to the initials. So that is pretty cool. And the avatar view is just this round thing with the initials or the image. So you can style this, layout this, whatever you want. Do it in a collection view, do it in this profile page thing right here. If I quickly wrap this into a stack layout and make the orientation horizontal, there we go. Make it like this. And I add a little label here with text Gerald Versluis. Here we go. Let's see what that does. You can see that this is not great, but you can see where this is going. So if I make the text size, is it just size? Oh, it's font size, right? Yes, it's going to be title. There we go. It should make it a little bit bigger. And then we do the vertical options. Let's make it center and expand so it's nicely lined up. Here we go, and suddenly we have some kind of profile page, right? So that is pretty cool, and that is how you set up the avatar view. Now go out, show me all those crazy designs in the comments. If there's anything more you want to know with using this avatar view, maybe using it in a collection view and a data template and set all those bindings up, you can check out the sample app that is there for the Xamarin Community Toolkit as well. You can find the link down in the video description. But else, this is how you can set up your avatar view in your application. Now go out and create all those beautiful profile views or chat overviews or whatever you're going to do with this. I'm very curious what you're going to create with this, so please let me know in the comments. Post any, I don't think you can post screenshots, but post me links to screenshots, to screen captures, whatever. I'm very curious to see what you come up with. Thank you again for watching this video. Please like this video if you've actually liked it. Subscribe to my channel so we can grow as a community, and I'll be seeing you for my next video. Keep coding.